A lonely road. A bus cutting through the darkness, then suddenly, the engine coughs. Martha had no idea this journey would change everything. Before we continue, if you enjoy true life stories like this, please like, share and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Martha had just received another call from her younger sister. That made it the second call that day, and the seventh time that week. Her sister was calling to remind her about her traditional wedding, which was scheduled to hold the next day. Martha sighed deeply. She had already pleaded with her boss several times, explaining the importance of the event and how much it meant to her family. Considering the nature of her work, she had begged him to give her a few days off so she could travel for her sister's traditional wedding. But her boss refused. After much persuasion and pleading, he finally agreed, but only on one condition. He permitted her to travel for just 3 days. Not only that, she was still required to come to work the day before her journey, and she would only be allowed to leave work early on that day. Martha had no choice but to accept. Martha was the type of person who hated night journeys. She always preferred traveling in the morning and arriving at her destination before evening. Over the years, she had heard countless stories about people who embarked on night journeys and never returned, or returned with terrifying experiences. Because of those stories, she had avoided traveling at night her entire life. But this time, the situation was different. The pressure from work, combined with the promises she had made to her sister, left her with no other option. She knew she had to embark on the night journey. She closed from work exactly by 3 p.m. and got home early, around 4 p.m. After taking her bath, she stepped out of the bathroom and suddenly felt a sharp pain in her stomach. She froze. "Oh my God," she exclaimed. The pain felt familiar. She quickly checked the date and realized something that made her heart sink. Her period was supposed to come 2 days later. She was not expecting it that day at all. "Is this a sign?" she whispered to herself. Was this a warning for her not to embark on the journey? One thing Martha hated was traveling while on her period. She had avoided it her whole life. But despite her fears, she reminded herself of her sister. She did not want to disappoint her on such an important day. Luckily for her, she had packed her bag the previous night. She grabbed it and headed straight to the park. At the park, she bought her ticket. The bus was scheduled to leave by 7 p.m. While waiting for other passengers to arrive and pay for their tickets, Martha sat quietly, pressing her phone and staring into space. Deep down, she kept asking herself if she was making the right decision. She even considered calling her sister to apologize and ask to be pardoned just this once. But she stopped herself. She knew her sister would not be happy, and that was the last thing she wanted on her big day. By 7 p.m., the bus finally moved. The journey started smoothly. Everything seemed fine at first. Martha relaxed a little, hoping she would arrive at her village without any issues. But suddenly, the bus began to experience strange glitches. The engine made unfamiliar sounds. Moments later, the bus slowed down and eventually came to a complete stop. Passengers were asked to calm down. Fear gripped Martha once again. She had prayed for a smooth journey, but this was already looking like a bad sign. The driver and some of the male passengers tried everything they could to fix the bus. They tried for a long time. Nothing worked. Their only option was to wait until help arrived or until morning. They were asked to return into the bus and stay there. At that moment, the time was 2 a.m. Martha was no longer just afraid. She was hungry. What was the point of embarking on this journey, she thought. If I won't even make it in time for my sister's wedding, why did I stress myself? Regret filled her heart. She wished she had just called her sister and stayed back. But there was nothing she could do. Eventually, everyone lay back inside the bus, trying to sleep. At exactly 3 a.m., while Martha was half asleep, she began to hear whispers. Even though her eyes were closed, Her hearing was sharp. It was the voice of an elderly man. She heard him clearly say, "Isn't the gods at our mercy? Finally, we have found the people we can use as rituals to appease our land." Martha's body suddenly felt heavy. A strange drowsiness came over her. She wondered if she was dreaming. Before she could react, everything went dark. Martha heard the whisper. But where did she wake up?